Can you identify it?
Well, the object is definitely metallic. Definitely. Pointed, sharp. A man's suit. It's a stick pin. A man's stick pin.
Correct, Roberto.
Extraordinary. Keep up the good work.
That's right. Excuse me, darling. For this next portion, we're going to need complete silence. I want each of you to think of a relative that is closely related to your everyday life, preferably one that is still living. Then, when Roberto is ready, he will name the names one by one. At that time, I would like for you to stand. While I check the blindfold, please be thinking of a name.
What the hell's this? Some sort of a new trick?
Just fake it, darling. Say anything that comes to your mind, and I'm sure that they'll go along with it.
Are you kidding? I'm going to look a bigger fool than I normally do.
Well, better, darling. A breathing fool than a dead duck.
Look, can't you get a message to anybody out there? I mean, half of Luke's relatives are in the audience.
I can't get close to any of them to even talk to them.
All right. We'll give it a whirl.
Okay.
But we're going to do it my way.
Your way.
Here's the mic.
Here.
Right. We've got a whole new game for you, folks. You're going to just love this. The name game, it's called. Now, let me think of a name here. Yes, I'm getting a name. Keith. It's definitely a Keith. Yeah, a Keith. And another name is coming to mind. Let me think of it. Starts with A. Ave, Ave Maria. No, that's not it. Ava. We have an Ava. Ava Byron. Yes, Keith, Ava, and Byron. What a sonorous sounding trio. Now, if those three names mean anything to anybody in the audience, please step forward.
I don't think it's working.
Shall I repeat the names?
That won't be necessary. You've just named my 3 first cousins. I just knew you'd love it.
Look out!
Seize him and the girl. Our second son and leader of the cult. The sword rightfully belongs to you, David.
Come on, folks. Let's have a round of applause.
Silence, Spencer, and show some respect.
Oh, you bring it over here, I'll spit on it. That's about as much respect as I can get up for you today, pal.
Can't we do something about him, David?
They'll be dealt with shortly.
What does that mean? You're gonna let us go?
A brave assumption at best.
Well, why? I mean, you got your sacred little toy. I'm not sure it's worth all the lives that it cost, but you've got it, so just get off my boat.
It's not that easy.
Why not? There's a gangplank right outside the door. You just step off.
And you'll just let us go. Forget the entire incident.
Are you kidding? Of course. The whole thing has been a colossal drag. I will be so glad for you to take that thing and go away back to the rolling hills of Malkuth.
An excellent attempt, Mr. Spencer, but I'm afraid I'm not that naive.
Then what are you going to do with us?
Wait.
For what?
The third member of our triad. He must be revealed to the ambassador before we proceed.
Then will you release us?
Not until we're safely away with both the sword and the helmet.
Demonstration of the amazing needs another volunteer from the audience, please.
Go on, babe, do it.
The answer is
Yes,
no.
someone
You aren't scared,
surely
are you?
would-
Listen, I get nervous in front of crowds.
Yeah,
Cool.
but the only way to conquer your fear is to face it. Over here, Tiff.
Oh, wonderful.
Brian would love to.
Here's your volunteer.
Where?
Here, me.
Yes, but this gentleman over here
This
wants...
isn't elementary school, is it?
All right. As you like it, sit down and we'll play your game.
A wise decision, Miss Hill.
Oh, great, Roberto. We now have a volunteer. And what a great volunteer he is.
Well, describe him, darling.
Well, he's, handsome. And he's always very muscular. A great hunk, this one is. I have the object. Oh.
Something wrong down there?
You bet there is. My wife's what you might call the jealous type. She'll scalp me if she finds out I was this close to a buxom beauty.
Stupid stunt, Miss Hill.
It's a mistake, that's all.
Any more mistakes and the audience is going to get more drama than they bargained for.
And what's that supposed to mean?
It means our mutual friend, David Gray, is not adverse to public executions.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we try another volunteer for some more object?
David, where is he?
Would you like a drink to steady your nerves?
I don't need a drink. I'm not much for waiting, that's all. Look, we have the sword. Let's get the helmet and just be on our way.
Not until the third member of the triad
Arrives, I know. David, I just don't understand. Why have you kept our identity secret from each other?
You've known from the beginning, Ambassador Tabriz, the way I work.
Yes.
Only when the mission is accomplished can you meet.
Very well, but when do we expect him?
At any moment. Relax.
How can you relax? The longer you stay on this boat, the more risk you have of getting caught. The WSB is probably on their way right now.
The first time since I know you, Mr. Spencer, you're right.
I am.
Enter.
He's here, sir.
The maggots?
Yes, sir. He's boarding right now.
Show him in.
Okay.
Good. Good evening, gentlemen.
Ambassador Tabriz, the Magus, the third member of the triad.
Well, we finally have it.
I don't believe it.
I promised you, Ambassador, I'd have everything under control by the time you arrived.
And so you have. Perhaps the greatest accomplishment of the evening is that the three of us have finally met.
The three circles have come together at last.
Needless to say, Ambassador, I never suspected you as being one of the cult.
Needless to say, Mr. Masters, a man in your position involved in the cult. Quite good, sir.
Maybe we can attribute it to Mr. Gray here and his remarkable job of keeping our identity secret.
As you can now see, it was well worth it.
It was indeed.
Each of us, as one of the three circles, are now joined in the eternal chain of power. Our bond is forged. Destiny has prevailed.
All we need now is the helmet.
And we can return to Malkuth, triumphant. Heroes to our people. David, you've realized your dream of a bloodless crew. You can take over the throne now as rightful leader of the land.
Excuse me, guys. I'd love to join the celebration here, but I keep wondering what's going to happen to us.
I believe you know the answer to that, Mr. Spencer.
I believe I do. Perhaps Mr. Grier's dream of a bloodless coup is not going to happen after all, is it?
I'm sorry, Luke, but sacrifices must always be made in any great cause.
You're not going to get away with it. Too many people know.
And happily, all of those people are here tonight.
The explosive is set to go off in 14 minutes. I suggest, David, that you tie these two people up so there's no further interference. Ambassador Tabri and I will go ahead and ready the departure. I have brought along a small force that will ensure our safe getaway.
We're still using the same departure plan, of course.
Nothing has changed. We'll proceed as planned.
Good.
Recover the helmet from its hiding place and then join us at the rendezvous point at exactly 20 minutes from now.
I'll be there. Let's set our watches.
4, 3, 2, 1, mark.